As we return to our text, Jesus, notice, he isn't opposed to evidence or proofs either. We can learn a lot from Jesus' approach in this chapter. First, with the two companions, notice in verse 15 that they are conversing and they're reasoning with one another. And Jesus enters into their conversation and reasons with them as well. He reasons. And he says to them that they are foolish. Yes, he does say that, verse 25. But notice how patient Jesus is, how kind he is with these followers who are so slow to pick it up. We have a gracious God, brothers and sisters. And we see that also in a passage like this. And so Jesus questions them at first, drawing out from them their minds and their hearts, revealing where they are at. And then after doing so, he teaches them. And we're told in verse 27, beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. He interpreted the scriptures and he said, it all points to me. That's going to be a big theme in our afternoon sermon today, and so we're not going to dwell on that much longer right now. But in a nutshell, he's saying, I have come to redeem Israel. The prophets spoke about me. All of the Old Testament points to me. It anticipates me. And it was necessary then that I suffer before entering in glory, that I became low before I am raised on high. And so he reasons with them, and he provides proofs from the scriptures to them. Even more than that, he provides evidence to the disciples and the others who are with them. Notice verse 33, they are gathered together, the 11 and those who are with them. And based on the things that have been said and done, we can see that they're confused. That, again, they're just in a shell shock, really, and they're not sure what to do, what to make of what has happened, what to do next, where to go with this. After hearing from the women, remember, Peter had gone. He had gone to check out the tomb himself, to investigate it, to investigate this claim that had been made, to see if he could find any evidence. And what did he find? He did find the linen cloths on their own. But he's still having trouble making sense of all this, and the others as well. They're having trouble with this. And so Jesus shows up to them and he says, peace to you. He wants them to be at peace. And yet they're terrified. They're frightened. And he sees this. And so he says, verse 39, see my hands and my feet. Touch me and see. The Spirit doesn't have flesh and bones as you see I have. He's offering them that evidence, and yet they're still having trouble believing. And so he offers them more evidence. Verse 41 and 42, he asks for food, and then he eats it. And so all this evidence is lining up for the disciples. And yet evidence is not enough. And we need to remember this too, that people cannot be reasoned into the kingdom of God through arguments, through physical proofs and logical arguments. And so this is where we come to our third point, that the resurrection is an event to be believed.